To die.
Welcome to your doom.
Anyway, Rude Nation, it's Rudetober, everybody. Where's the screaming button?
Oh, it's
you
on
got the other
floor.
buttons. Oh.
Down. Shut up. God damn.
It's Rude Nation. It's Rudetober.
It's RudeNation.
Okay. Anyway, Rude. Yeah, Nation loves us. Nation loves laughing at us.
Wow. Long.
Nation loves laughing at us. It is Rudetober still to this day. Yeah.
On this day, I can see clearly.
It's not the words.
Yes, it is.
It's not I can see clearly. It's I see clearly. No. Anyway, Rude Nation. It is time for the RudeBoyz Power Hour Plus episode number. Tommy?
174?
That sounds pretty good.
I think it is 174.
Yes, you're right, man. You're good, man. You got like that beautiful mind for numbers. Ironically,
I know, and yet I have dyslexia with numbers.
yeah, exactly. So whatever, it is what it is.
Waterhead.
Rudetober is upon us. We're in it. We're deep thrusting inside of Rudetober. We're here,
to an end.
as all good things do.
But
Ends with coming. I mean, coming to an end. And yeah.
But when one thing comes,
Okay.
something else is born.
Okay, sure.
And that is Tom Vember.
That is Tom Vember. Yes, we're going to be entering Tom Vember. We're going to be entering Tom Vember.
Pegging!
Yep, we are. But we're still talking about Rudetober. It's in Rudetober. It's our Rudetober recap episode.
Yes,
There'll be a little more. There'll be a Rudetober epilogue next episode because we still have a good solid week, a little less, of Rudetober shenanigans we can get ourselves into.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to be talking about that. But first, our outro is now the intro. I gotta get better at this because I'm used to the outro being the outro.
We need to get better. We need to
get better
at a lot
period.
of things.
So I want to ask you guys right now. We do appreciate the nation. We appreciate all of our listeners downloading us on their the podcast platforms of choice: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, TuneIn, YouTube. Now we're on YouTube. We're on YouTube as a podcast now. We usually have our videos up there for general consumption, and now it's in podcast form, which is cool, which is great. You know what I mean? We're over 7,000 unique downloads for our entire thing, which I think is pretty low, but I mean, whatever. It's a milestone, sure. For two dickheads that just don't fucking promote enough. That's where we're at. I've
been sledding us around work.
You have, yes. But we would appreciate, and we've talked about this in previous episodes, for you, members of the nation, our deep friends and family.
France! Welcome to France!
To go out there, share us, review us, like us, subscribe to us, do all that fun, sexy stuff you do for us. And listen, if you on your podcast platform of choice, you can review us, share us, screenshot that, send us to our social medias, and we will shout you out. We'll shout you out. Right now, we're doing something with our man in the belfry, Michael Morbius. Not today. Not today, Mike. Go. Get out of here. Not today. Next time, hopefully, maybe, but we'll see. And then we'll see what Tom Vember brings us. We'll see what... The bit's over.
It's never over.
It's never over.
I am the bit.
I am the bit, JR. What is our social media?
Just that damn good.
Our social media platforms, you say? Well, we mainly hop around our Instagram, instagram.com/RudeBoyz469. That's pretty much kind of where we post up all the episodes and all that shit. But you can find all of our social media stuff. We got a Blue Sky now. We got all these other stuff out there. You can go to linktr.ee/RudeBoyz. That's the link for all of our stuff. including our Podbean, including our YouTube channel, and including our Discord. Our Discord is the hottest growing Discord channel that we made.
Yes.
And it's the place to be. We reach out, we talk to the nation, we get feedback, we get interactive with you guys, and you can join that. We have a short URL this time. It's bit.ly/RudeBoyz Discord, all lowercase, all one word. You do that, you join the Discord, you join the conversations, and you join the RudeNation.
That doesn't expire, right?
No, that does not expire.
Okay.
That was the thing. The original link I posted, because we're figuring this shit out, man.
I know, we are.
Did expire, and I didn't realize that until I was like, oh, let me make a short URL for it, and it's like, oh, this link does nothing.
Gotcha.
So I had to make a new invite, and it should work. Again, if you're not, DM us on our social media platforms, Instagram, whatever the fuck X is, Facebook, Blue Sky, whatever. It's
TikTok.
there. RudeBoyz469. Search that, you'll find us. On our Discord, though, Tommy does this nice thing with the nation where he likes to interact with the nation, and he likes to talk to the nation, and he likes to ask the nation questions. Usually we do this for the podcast, where we do this on the Discord. We kind of mixing it up here and there, and it's Rudetober. So Tommy, what was the question you asked the nation?
I asked the nation, what is your favorite horror video game?
Nice.
We got... You're looking up the answers?
Well, yeah, I mean, so far the one that really stands out for me was Aphelion in our chat, a mod in our Discord, was talking about the game Hexen. I've heard of the game Hexen. It's an old PC game. I think it's like a Doom Quake-like or something like that. Yeah, I never really kind of got into that too much. She also likes Five Nights at Freddy's. I just saw this. I was just scanning through it again. I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's, that's something that's just pure scares. And your boy, is not in for pure scares. Like, I will go into things like a Silent Hill 2, and because it's got a story, or an Eternal Darkness because it's got a story, or Luigi's Mansion because it's silly, funny stuff. You know, like that stuff's cool.
Yeah.
Tommy, do you have an answer? You contemplating this answer? You wanna share it, or you want me to go through all my favorite ones?
I mean, straight up, like, my favorite is the first Resident Evil.
For OG Resident Evil.
The first Resident Evil. Wow, he's taking a sip, and we haven't even done Who's in Your Mouth yet.
Oh, Jesus, you're right.
Wow, what a scumbag.
I guess I got a fresh beer.
Yeah, I guess you do.
Okay, so why don't you keep talking?
You've been nursing that one.
Tom, why don't you fucking not get distracted?
I can't.
Yeah, clearly. You need structure.
You drinking fuckbag.
Uh-huh.
Like when that dog jumps through the window, the first shot, or when you see your first ever hunter.
Oh yeah.
You're like, I'm sorry, the fuck am I supposed to do this? Or you know what? Even the Resident Evil remake for GameCube and PlayStation.
Oh, Resident Evil 1.
Yeah, we played it at we played it we played it at the house, and I was like, who are these fucking redhead? These redheads,
crimson heads,
and I fucking pop them in the head, and they go down, and then they get up, and they run after me. I'm like, well, I'm done.
Yeah, that was So I was I'm a Nintendo boy. That is not a big surprise, and I did not play Resident Evil on Sony PlayStation.
Right.
Only hit it when the remake, and I think I got as far as to when you fought the shark, because of course you're fighting a shark in a mansion with zombies.
Oh, you didn't fight the snake or anything?
No, I fought the snake, but like the shark is after.
Yeah.
I just could not fucking play that game. Man, that is fucking terrifying.
Scared or just hard?
Terrifying. Yeah, terrifying.
Yeah.
And I mean, tank controls and everything like that, like blah 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 blah. But yeah, my
nemesis, Titan is such a
Tyrant.
Tyrant?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Huh. The more you know. But yeah, my history with Resident Evil. Thinking about it, because your question came up, I referred to an old Instagram post of mine where I just listed my top 10 at the time. I think it was like 2019, so 5 years ago. Favorite horror video games, or Rudetober video games, we'll say, because they have horror elements to them. And then thinking about it, I'm like, I think I've played 2 to completion mainline Resident Evil games, 4 and 5. And
5.
I played the 2 Revelations games.
Right.
I've played the 2 Chronicles games on the Wii, the rail shooters. Right. So like I know Resident Evil. I'm a big Resident Evil fan, but like that's kind of like all I know.
And we did try 6. We tried the demo for 6.
We did try the demo for 6. Yeah, 6 was a little funky. I would like to try 6. 6 is apparently a fucking
it's another
batshit shitstorm, but yeah.
Yeah, it's another co-op.
Yeah,
which is oh my god. I mean the classic picture of me flipping the TV screen.
Oh yeah,
off.
your partner died. That is Rudetober Hall of Fame right
that might actually be RudeBoyz Hall of Fame.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's what Rudetober. Yeah, that's what I meant, RudeBoyz.
But like holy shit. And you know what? I do gotta give a shout out to Sean, who definitely he helped us with a lot of Resident Evil 5. Because he did watch, like, these 2 goons who we used to hang out with play Resident Evil, like, all the fucking time.
Right.
So, yeah, it was like, okay, cool. Like, you know, he knew what the fuck to do and where to direct us.
Yes.
But seriously, that whole, your partner died, I'm like, I didn't fucking shoot you. I swear to God, I did.
Yeah, because you shot Jill.
I shot Jill square in the head.
Yeah.
Like, it was a... I will never pull off a perfect headshot as I did that.
Yeah, the first... Like, well, I mean, listen, let me get into the list right here. So my top 10 scary games, and even thinking about it, they still kind of hold with a couple tweaks. Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem on GameCube. Phenomenal cosmic horror game. Okay. I hope to replay it next year. Because like the GameCube will be a little better souped up with
I'd like to
some
watch
soft
that.
mods I'm doing.
I've never played it.
It's really good. Its claim of fame is the whole sanity effects. Is like, you know, when your sanity level goes down, crazy shit happens on screen.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, cool. And it's like it takes place over like 2,000 years, so like characters are like in the same environment, but like one takes place in like World War I, and then it's like the Gulf War, but it's the same environment. You know, like it's cool stuff. I really do like that. Symphony of the Night, Castlevania. I think
Castlevania, I would say.
Like, yeah. And like, I think Symphony of the Night kind of edges over games like Dawn of Sorrow, or even Aria of Sorrow, because those games wouldn't have gotten there without Symphony.
Right.
There's slow parts in Symphony, I'll admit it, but I still enjoy that game.
They're very few
throughout.
Between.
I mean, I think really like the last half is kind of like, what the fuck are we doing here? But I mean, I still love it. You know, I can critique it. 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. I think this is they renamed it into the Nonary games. It's a visual novel that is super graphic, and it's kind of like a. Is it like a Saw? It's like a Saw / Hunger Games sort of thing. It's like 9 characters. They have to work together, solve puzzles. But there's scheming going on, and there's a lot of death. I remember playing this when I was working at Command. I don't think you were working there at the time. I would take my DS to me on drives. Any place I stopped, I would flip it open to keep playing. Like I was hooked to this game. Resident Evil, specifically the Revelations games, I thought were good. Like they were very punchy, very actiony, like go go go, and also very scary. You know what I mean? At this point, I don't think I officially finished 4. I must have, though, on the Wii version, because that's on this list, too. But Revelations 1 is good. Is really good. Oh, okay. I like the first Revelations. The Walking Dead, the Telltale. I'd put the whole series on this.
You're a big fan of this.
Yeah, it's incredible. Yes. It's a great story, and there's zombies there. So, Rudetober related. On my original list, I had Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, a.k.a. Luigi's Mansion 2. I would swap this for Luigi's Mansion 3. I think Luigi's Mansion 3 is the best of the series, and I'm going to talk about that a little later. Resident Evil 4, specifically the Wii edition. I've talked about this game. I streamed the remake. Resident Evil 4 is just a phenomenal game in general. It's like up there with Symphony of the Night as far as like pivotal, spooky, or spooky themed games that are like super duper milestones of their specific franchise. Silent Hill Shattered Memories. I was talking about this on the Silent Hill 2 remake, the stream. This is great. It's like a re-envisioning of Silent Hill, the first one.
Okay.
But it uses crazy Wii stuff, there's like some motion control. It's not as waggly as you think it might be.
Not as what?
Waggly.
Okay.
But
I guess that's the word.
There's a, like waggle. Waggly.
Okay.
Anyway, there is a psychiatrist section in this game where they ask the player questions and the responses change things in the game. It's pretty wild, and that was my first taste of Silent Hill, because again, Nintendo boy. Dead Space Extraction. I loved the Dead Space series. Extraction was the on rails shooter for Wii, and it came out for PS3. I think digitally or something like that.
Yeah, I played Dead Space here a little bit.
Yeah, Dead Space is very good. 3, I think, was... I didn't play 3. It's on Game Pass. I really should. I also want to play the remake. But Extraction is great. I love Extraction. I love a good old on-rail shooter. Speaking of, on this list at the time, House of the Dead Overkill, which is like the 70s grindhouse version of House of the Dead. I dare say I would probably take this off the list and put Bayonetta 2 in, which I didn't play at the time. It's a witch. It's Rudetober related, and the Bayonetta series is great. So
I haven't played them.
That's right. You never did. You should.
Yeah.
You like Devil May Cry. Like that's you should. I have them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. Easy. That's why when you asked that question, I'm like, oh man, do I have an answer for you?
I'm glad I asked for one game.
Yeah. Well, listen. Honestly, then Eternal Darkness. Done. That's my tops. Tops.
I know we're trying to stretch the episode, but goddamn. Love ya.
Give me a beer.
I could do that too. Sure, sir.
So, we buried the lead there. It's Rudetober, Tom, man. I love some Rudetober stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I'm excited to talk about Rudetober.
Yeah.
Tommy, I'm excited to talk about Rudetober.
For once.
What do you mean for once? I love Rudetober. I'm not a big horror guy, so even like I was thinking about that list, I'm like, I don't really play a lot of spooky games that like would make that. Like I played Carrion last year, Layers of Fear, like other Castlevania games. Like I don't really. Those are the tops. You know what I mean?
Let's see first of all.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I would see if these actually want to turn.
Okay. I mean, you could just pop them anyway. All right. Anyway,
Shut up.
but yeah, like I don't have a lot of. I like the like games like Until Dawn, but like that's not.
Don't drink it yet.
That's not top 10. You know, they're popcorn games for me. You know, and I still have right there next to my Xbox 360, the other games in the Dark Pictures anthology, which I hope to likely stream. Maybe do a one shot again. Been doing a lot of streaming. Twitch.tv/RudeBoyz469.
So, Chris.
Tom, yes.
Who's in your mouth?
I've got Miller High Life, established 1903, the champagne of beers. Premium brewed Miller. Miller, you gotta work on the torque of your caps.
Seriously.
We're ripping our fucking hands off. It's like Mario Party 1 over here. Clink it up. But,
Oh,
yeah.
That's tasty.
The new Mario Party is getting good reviews.
Is it?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get that for next week.
I'll put the TV outside.
Ruin some friendships.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Let's see what the weather's going to be like next week.
Let's see what the weather is like. All right. So Tommy, I talked a whole bunch. Why don't we? We're doing our Rudetober recap. Why don't you give us some some recap some Rudetober for us?
So, I've been bouncing between watching movies and television shows and video games.
Mm-hmm.
I been watching really been watching What We Do in the Shadows.
Nice, yes, because you kind of, I don't want to say fell off.
I did.
You didn't
I
catch,
fell off.
You needed to catch up the last season or the last 2 seasons?
Yeah, but I just started from season 1, and
of course,
I am on season 5
That's
now.
how you go. Yes,
Yeah.
We watched the movie.
Yeah.
My girlfriend watched the movie with us.
It's
and
hard for me to do weekly stuff.
I 100% understand.
Like, if it's not,
we'll talk about that.
If it's not
you know,
Raw,
we'll talk
or,
about Agatha like that.
If it's not Raw or SmackDown, it's very hard for me to do weekly
I
shit.
totally get that. Yeah, honestly, it's easier to just kind of binge a few episodes here and there, and then live your life. But yeah, no, we I think only just watched maybe the first episode. Yeah. Of season 1. But yeah, then we end up watching something else. But I'm sorry. What We Do in the Shadows is incredible.
Yeah, What We Do in the Shadows. Oh my god, I just. You know what? For the longest time, I was just like, the movie's so much better, and blah, 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 blah. But I like the show because they could do so much more with the show.
Honestly, even, like, rewatching the first episode,
yeah,
I'm like...
Yeah, like...
I mean, it's amazing premise from the movie. Don't get me wrong. Good foundation.
Matt Berry makes the show.
100%. I think... There's enough difference between the vampires in general, Colin Robinson even notwithstanding. Oh my God, just the main three.
Yeah.
I think is better than the main three in the movie. Just because like it's a better trio.
Like
and then you throw Colin Robinson in.
You know my feelings on Nick Kroll.
Yes. Well, I mean, I don't. I can imagine them.
I fucking hate him.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. That's what I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like him in this because he dies a lot.
Yeah.
And I love the whole thing with Laszlo. It was like, you are the most devious person in New York City.
That's because that was the season you didn't watch? Did you see that when it was
the one with
live-ish?
Yeah, like where it was like the... he
was doing like Property Brothers.
Like the renovation show. Yeah, but he has said that to him a couple of times, I believe.
Has he?
I want to say, like, I think when they go to him in the club.
Okay.
Or when they come to him in the sewer.
Because that was like a meme when it happened. Yeah. You know, in that season, like live, air quotes.
That shit was fucking hysterical.
Yeah, no,
Matt Berry is oh my god! Like, I got to show you something with Matt Berry. And I think you'll get a kick out of it. It's from a British show called Toast of London.
I think I know what that is.
The Clem Fandango.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I keep fucking saying Clem Fandango.
Yes, I can fucking hear you. I don't know. I
Clem Fandango.
Like I don't know if you ever saw the IT Crowd.
No.
He was in that as well.
Yeah. Great show. Great. I mean, What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah, What We Do in the Shadows is great. He was actually up for an Emmy for like the last season.
I believe it.
Naja and her doll are fucking hysterical.
So you're referring right now to, I mean, no, she's had the doll for several seasons.
I think it's from season 2.
Yeah.
She had it. And I even like when they become like leaders of the Vampire Council and they turn it into a club.
Yes.
And Naja tries to burn it down.
Yeah, that was like her arc in that season, yeah.
She was drinking drunk blood.
Right.
What's his name? What the fuck is his name? He played Abe Sapien in Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Him as the Baron.
Yes.
Hysterical.
Oh yeah.
And then when they like bring him back fully to like officiate Nandor's wedding, it's pretty fucking funny. Like it really like it's a show that like I'm like I definitely want to get the physical copy of like the complete series when it's available.
Yeah, so the newest season did start recently.
The 21st of
and
October,
this is the last season. So
which I think it'll because I feel like if it goes too far.
100%, yeah. Even like I think the way last season started was like.
Yeah, like Colin Robinson was a teenager, and then he discovered that then he discovered his secret area, and he became Colin Robinson.
Yeah,
again.
but it's just kind of like it was like okay, guys, like this is what we're doing. When Naja's a club owner, it's like all right, like
well, no, that ended in season 4.
Right, but I'm saying, okay, so then 2 seasons ago,
and
whatever the fuck it was,
and then they realized that. Colin Robinson had all the pins for like the account for the account so they could fix the house up.
Okay. But like, yeah, it was
Gizmo. It went to another vampire to
become a vampire. Yes. But it was just like it started feeling a little long in the tooth.
Yeah, but like
no vampire puns.
The interaction between Gizmo and that's what I'm going to call him because I can't say Gilmero for some reason. I never could. And Laszlo is fucking hysterical.
Oh yeah,
holy shit.
Oh yeah.
And even when Laszlo is taking care of baby Colin Robinson, is amazing.
Yeah, no,
like,
it's a great dynamic.
It really is. Like I really do enjoy the show, and for the longest time I was like, when like even you. And you know my buddy at work, you both were like, oh, the show is so the show's so much better than the movie.
Yes,
and I was like, no, it's not. I'm like, and you guys are like, yeah, it fucking is, dude. You're an idiot. And yes, I am an idiot.
No, Tom, listen.
No,
I'm just glad you've seen
the light.
The light. That's really what it comes down to. It's all about learning, and it's all about loving. And it's
I watched Psycho for the first time.
Yeah, you never saw Psycho?
Never saw Psycho until
Psycho's
this
pretty
year.
good.
Fully.
We were just
mind you.
So
mind you, fully.
Okay,
I've seen clips.
Yeah.
Like I actually sat down, I watched it, and then I watched Psycho 2.
Right.
And, Psycho 2 was good because it still had Anthony Perkins.
Okay.
It was weird. It was more psychological than slasher.
Right.
Psycho's shit still holds up, man.
I mean, you were talking about on the RudeBoyz Go to the Movies for Dog Soldiers, which will be out. Maybe I'll put that out for Halloween. You say people, quote unquote, glaze on the Birds. The Birds is trash. Psycho is Hitchcock's movie, obviously. You know what I mean? And then, like, you could throw in, like, Vertigo or some shit.
Yeah.
But, like, Psycho is
Rear
the
Window
one.
is really good.
Oh, yeah, Rear Window. Hell yeah. But, like, yeah, The Birds is like...
Yeah.
Ugh. What did I say? I need the biggest bag of bird feet.
Yeah, like...
No, that's too big. It's crap. Birds is crap. Birds is like a gimmick.
Did The Simpsons...
Birds!
Did The Simpsons parody The Birds?
Not like in the Tree House of Horror, but there was, that was the quote I was doing when Hans Moleman's in the... Oh, right. You know, because they were like, I think they went to Itchy and Scratchy Land, and then they were like, we should have gone to the bird conservatory or something like that, and the birds are attacking. I need the biggest bag of bird feet. No, that's too big.
I like it when they go to Dustland. And Abraham Lincoln will never be the same.
So, Psycho.
Psycho, really fucking good.
Yeah, that's
Jamie Lee Curtis's
like
mom.
A film studies class, right?
That
was huge.
She got everything she deserved. She was
Isn't it Marion Crane?
Yeah.
Bird reference.
She was a terrible person. She got everything she deserved. Stealing from her boss, having an affair.
Well, I guess that's how Hitchcock wanted to justify killing her.
Yeah, which
killing
honestly,
her
if you ever want to see a really good, like, docu-movie, the movie Hitchcock.
Okay.
Anthony Hopkins plays him.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit! Like it really, like Hitchcock was kind of a piece of shit.
Sure.
Much like Stanley Kubrick,
right?
Which I did watch The Shining.
You've seen The Shining before?
Yeah, okay. I have. And like, I could see what Stephen King says about it.
Okay.
It's like, no, it's not great.
Right. You don't like The Shining. Do you not like The Shining because Stephen King told you to not like The Shining?
I do like it, but I also like the
Shining's phenomenal.
I like the TV miniseries because yes.
Okay. I had no idea there was one.
Yeah. That one follows the book more.
Okay.
And if you go to the Stanley Hotel...
Okay.
Because they actually filmed it there, that is all the pictures. And then there's a small picture of Dumb and Dumber.
Like that... movie Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was also filmed at the Stanley Hotel. Okay. No. I do like Kubrick's adaptation.
Okay.
I think Kubrick is slightly overrated.
Oh, fuck yeah. He's like the first auteur, you know, like he's like the you know, like this is a such and such movie. This is a Kubrick movie.
Yeah. And, like, the things that have come out about him, like how he treated Shelley Duvall and, like...
I heard that was urban legend.
No. So, okay, I'm going to say no because I also watched...
I wasn't there.
I also watched a documentary about all Stephen King books that were adapted to movies.
Okay. What was it called?
King movies. I it's on Shudder. I will get the proper name.
Okay.
It was cool because the beginning it was like it started off as like a short film.
Okay.
And it had all like Easter eggs of all his books that got turned into movies and everything.
Okay. Neat.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a cool documentary.
Okay. Cool.
Because it had a lot of the directors, like the director who did Shawshank and The Green Mile.
Okay.
Which I didn't realize it was the same guy that did them both.
I think I knew that, but like that's not like a. Isn't like a Frank Dupont or something like that? Isn't that
something like that?
name?
Yeah. And apparently, like Stephen King came onto the set of Green Mile, and they threw him a surprise birthday party, which
That's
is pretty cool. And I was hearing that like on the set of Green Mile, Tom Hanks was like one of the sweetest guys.
I mean, that's Tom Hanks. Yeah.
I mean, because they were like, all
sweetheart.
right, like one of the the director was saying, no, like, all right, Tom, we're done filming your stuff.
Right.
You can go home. He goes, no, I can't. They're like, what do you mean? They're like, the crew might need me to go get them coffee or something. And I'm like, wow. I was like, we need more Tom.
Man.
We need more Tom Hanks in this
Yeah.
world. Like, we need more Tom Hanks and more Tommy Cashes in this world.
Oof, that counters each other, doesn't it?
Excuse the fuck out of me?
That counters out each other.
No, it doesn't.
You said you. I don't think Tom Hanks has ever said he hates Nick Kroll.
Okay.
So I think you need to relax.
Nick Kroll.
To put yourself on par with Tom Hanks. It's not a Tom thing, Tom. All right.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Shut up.
Okay. See, you're being very.
You are
being very mean.
the most devious person in Long Island, New York.
On Long Island.
Oh yes, whoa, yeah. I hate when people say in Long Island. I was like, it makes me want to punch them in the baby maker.
Something Tom Hanks would never say.
Maybe after a few Miller High Lifes, he might. We don't know. We don't.
You're
Tom
not
Hanks.
right. We don't know.
He could be a mean drunk.
Somehow I don't think so.
Oh, neither do I.
All right.
And neither am I.
Yeah, correct. You're not an angry drunk.
How you were just about to start that sentence.
No, you're not an angry
You were
drunk.
about to get a beer bottle thrown at you.
You're an angry sober person.
It's like the more you drink, the happier you are.
Weird.
And I've been telling work, just keep me drunk. I'll be happy. Can't do that.
Yes, I would. I recommend not that.
I haven't hit any of my staples yet for this month.
Okay.
Like the Halloween movies. Because I'm like, I've watched them all.
Right.
Like, obviously, I'll probably, like, on Halloween itself, I'll probably throw on Trick or Treat and Halloween.
Right. Like, you take a little break, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
let it
Yeah,
let it simmer.
I've also been jumping back and forth between What We Do in the Shadows and Supernatural.
Okay.
Supernatural's good show. I dig it.
It's got spooky stuff, I'd imagine.
It does.
Supernatural stuff, one would say.
No.
No? Oh,
No,
weird.
not at all.
Weird that they would call the show
I know,
that.
right? Fucking
Really
odd.
weird. It's about fucking income taxes and stuff?
Fucking loser.
Really weird.
Anyway, what have you been up to this Rudetober?
I've been up to some stuff.
Why don't you hit pause real quick?
I can pause. Yeah, no, I've been up to some stuff.
yeah?
As people have seen on the Twitch, on the twitch.tv/RudeBoyz469, I've been doing some...
over that because we need to grow that.
I appreciate that. I've been doing a couple of Rudetober one-shots. I'm dabbling with the idea of doing what I'm calling one-shots. Personally speaking, someone who's new to streaming games, kind of hard to balance my focus on entertaining on the chat or playing the game, you know? And there's some games I want to play by myself. No disrespect to the nation, but it's just how I play games, you know? It's how I process. But don't get me wrong, it's fun and it's amazing doing stuff like Astrobot, X-Men Origins Wolverine, full playthroughs of Resident Evil 4, all that stuff, right? I love that stuff. But with Rudetober, with it being spooky season, I wanted to kind of hit a couple games and like not have to worry about, especially my shitty internet connection as of now.
Dude, I don't know what's going on with that shit.
Me neither. I have to, I just want to do something, throw it up there, get people involved, and have a good time. You know what I mean? So some of the what I'm again calling one shots, kind of like a comic booky sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
We did we did Silent Hill remake.
Mm-hmm.
That game is spooky. Like I said earlier in the show, I really only played Silent Hill Shattered Memories. That's really my only Silent Hill jump off point. Was not a Sony guy up until later. And I think I played the demo for Silent Hill 4, The Room, and it was spooky, and I'm like, I don't want anything to do with this. But Silent Hill 2 is a oh my goodness, it is like a pillar in the horror video game pantheon. You know what I mean? People love the fuck out of it. It is critically acclaimed. It's a darling. It's sleepy time for Tom, but it is.
Hey,
you did fall asleep playing it. You said.
Yeah, but I think I've been rather respectful while you were playing.
No, you have. Yes.
Yeah, so it scared the shit out. Like,
so we were playing the remake, and that is on our YouTube as well now. The archive of that. That's,
I also feel like you won't play that unless I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, there's more fun in doing a spooky game with people.
Oh, absolutely.
Whether that is on Twitch or just in, I mean, it's different. I'll play these Dark Pictures games by myself. Like, whatever. That's crap. That's crap food. Silent Hill 2 is spooky. It's chilling, So, Silent Hill 2 remake, I really only got maybe 2 hours into it so far. Got to the apartments, trying to figure that shit out. Saw a Pyramid Head, but not like...
Fucking...
Like, I just went down a hallway, and he's just chilling there. And I'm like, that's awful.
You and I were like, okay, we could turn this off now.
He's not doing anything.
Yeah, he's just standing there.
Just like there. And I'm like, good Lord.
all that was... separating us and him was
like a gate.
A gate.
Yeah.
And it's like, this motherfucker really wanted to. He could rush that.
And I think that was what was scary about it. But yeah, I definitely want to. This might be the game. This might be the Resident Evil 4 remake of 2024, where this game just gets stretched out for the rest of the year. Because obviously, I'm not finishing it for Rudetober, but I also don't want to rush it. But that's there. Another one shot I did was a game called Castlevania Revamped. That is you take the original Castlevania for the Nintendo Entertainment System, and you make it into a Metroidvania or search action game, where it's just like a open world map where you get abilities and items, and you can explore more of Dracula's castle. Mm-hmm. And I loved this. Because it had such a good modern spin on a very archaic game, such as Castlevania, with also keeping it true to its form. Like, you'll get knocked back. Your jumps aren't the best. You know what I mean? Like, but you can dash, you can, slide, you can do like things you could do in a game in 2024. You know what I mean? I really did like this. I beat it by myself. I beat it by myself all the time. But this game I finished, and I loved it. You know what I mean? Like, I absolutely loved it. I think the team is doing a Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest revamped, which that's the game that's like, I only played 1, 2, and 3 once. I think on like Wii U Virtual Console. And they're kind of tough to get into, right, for but this was really good. Like, I really did enjoy this. Did I do any other one shots? I played through Limbo. Yeah, we'll call that a one shot because that was a one and done. I'm done with that.
Yes,
fucking
it did.
game.
Congrats. You did. Congrats.
Yes. Limbo's a game put out by Play Dead, I think it was called. They are it's a 2D side scroller, and the art style is it's like sepia tone, but it's like black and white. That's really it. And it's very grisly as far as your deaths go.
Jesus
this was
Christ.
Back in the day, I think like 2007, I was saying, or whenever the fuck, I don't remember. This was an indie darling because it was like, oh my god, the games can be art or whatever it was. This game is not great because some of the puzzles, it was very unsettling. Yes, very creepy. Some of the puzzles though, and you'll see my Twitch archive, twitch.tv/RudeBoyz469, or the YouTube archives, youtube.com/@RudeBoyz469.
And if you join our Discord,
what?
Which is
bit.ly/RudeBoyz Discord,
you will see the clip that taken by my girlfriend that you jumped balls first into a buzzsaw.
I don't think I jumped. I think the gravity switched or something like
Regardless,
that. As soon as I said, "Give me a minute," zip,
I love the title. Oh, my balls!
Yeah, no, she's great for that. I do appreciate her work. She's doing God's work for that.
Yeah.
But Limbo is alright. If you want to watch the entire 3.5 hour playthrough with 108 deaths, because I put a death counter on that too. So I'm trying to get better with the Twitch and everybody. You got that going for it. Yes, I thank you, and I thank our RudeNation stalwart member TJ for giving me that idea.
For us trolling the fuck out of you for dying in Astrobot.
I talked about this earlier in the episode. Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion, hey!
I love the series. Luigi's Mansion 2 was a great game. I think you would agree.
The fucking look.
You're out of control.
I'm out of my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You liked Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, right, on 3DS. You loved it, right?
The
3DS game.
That's the second one,
yes.
essentially, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this year, they remade it for the Switch under the name Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. I gotta say, if you want to play a Luigi's Mansion game on the Switch, play Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion 2 is fine. Perfectly fine. It was made for the 3DS.
Yes.
It should have stayed on 3DS. I mean, it's a great game. Also, that game should be accessible. But it's just broken up in, like, mission structure, and it just seems like it's small. Whereas Luigi's Mansion 3 is very big, very good.
Small.
Very gooey. It's good.
Fucking Gooigi.
One more game I'll say I mentioned that I played on my own, or a series I should say. It's the Famicom Detective Club.
Yes.
This is a series of detective visual novels that never came over here to America until the first 2 were remade for Switch. I think like 4 years ago or something like that. Of course I bought them. Of course I never played them.
You?
The third one came out this month, I think, actually.
Okay.
It's called Emio the Smiling Man. Apparently it's really creepy. But the problem is these games are very archaic. There's a certain progression that is very obtuse. So my visual novel, what am I trying to say? Like the star of the show, you take the Phoenix Wright games.
Okay.
Which is detective style, it's investigation style. They really kind of like, they're like, come here, let me help you through the story. You know what I mean? Like, if you're having a conversation with somebody and something of note comes up, I should ask this person about this. It tells you, like, oh, you should ask this person about this. You know what I mean? Right. Just to keep things going. Like, you're never hitting too many roadblocks as far as, like, shit, what do I fucking do? You know what I mean? Like, maybe, like, investigating, you might not know where to look, or when you're in the courtroom for Phoenix Wright, you might not know how to press or object at, you know what I mean? But what Famicom Detective Club does, or I don't even say does, I think it just is, there are some points where you have to keep asking the same thing to a person, and then that person will get tired of being asked that and then change the subject to how you want it to go. And the game doesn't, even the remake, the game doesn't really, like, help you with that. You know what I mean? Like, there's no point where you're like, oh, I should have just been calling for this person 5 times in a row and then they show up. Like, honestly, if I wasn't using a spoiler-free walkthrough, which is, I think, pretty much key for this, I would have just been like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm out of this. You know what I mean? There's one point in your little like verb catalog, like you had like look, talk, investigate, blah 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 blah. There's a thing called quit investigation, which is how you save your game. Because that's such cute. Oh, you're quitting. You're quitting the game for the day. You know what I mean? There's a point in the first game where you're talking to somebody and it's like hope is lost. Like, oh, we can't solve this mystery. Da 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 da. You're supposed to click quit investigation. And then the person is like, you can't quit now. We got, and he's supposed to motivate you. And I'm like, how the fuck are you supposed to know that? You know what I mean? Like, but
those law games fuck me up.
Outside of the obtuseness of it, it was a pretty good story. The first one's called The Forgotten Heir, which deals with, it's like a ghost story also, because it's like this old Japanese business empire family starts dying off one by one, and it's because of the curse of the lady, and like she's killing off all her heirs. So it's like it turns out it's not really a ghost. You got to figure it out, but like it's spooky in that regard, So that's why I kind of roll it into Rudetober stuff.
No, that makes complete sense.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say that about this game at all, but I understand.
No, it sounds complete nonsense.
Oh, nonsense! I thought you said makes complete sense.
No, you said that's why you roll it into Rudetober.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And I said the game itself sounds like complete fucking nonsense. Even though I'm taking a survey, I am paying attention.
What are you taking a survey on, Tom?
Yeah, my voting experience.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Nation, just go out there and vote.
Fucking rock the vote.
Rock the vote, baby.
Just not the way P. Diddy wants.
Oh, yeah, don't do anything like P. Diddy did.
No, never do anything like P. Diddy.
Did you go through everything you did for Rudetober so far?
I mean, stuff that we didn't do together, yes.
Oh, no, I got some other stuff I could talk about, too.
Oh, I know you can talk. We just have 5 minutes, so Halloween Havoc.
We got Halloween Havoc, yeah.
Which we will talk about in the epilogue of...
Correct. Rudetober Recap. The epiloguing.
Bitch.
I saw Renfield for the first time. I loved it. I thought that was a lot of fun.
That was my 1.5 time of watching Renfield.
Right, because you were sleeping. But I loved it.
I was fucking...
You also were hammered.
I was fucking drunk, dude.
I really did love it.
You know what? Because again, I remember when that movie hit streaming. Mm-hmm. You came by for a barbecue.
Okay.
And we were gonna watch it, but you had to go because it was a weekday, and you were like,
right.
I have work. Understandable.
Right.
So we ended up watching it, and I was like, oh fuck, I really wish Chris got to watch it.
It was really good.
I'm really glad.
I saw it on the CAC. It was really good.
I'm really glad you... Like, I was a little apprehensive to see it because I'm not a big fan of... what's her
Nicholas
name?
Hoult? Oh, Awkwafina?
Yeah. I knew it was like a water. I was going to say Dasani for some reason. It was water. Come on.
Right. I understand. I got it.
Give me a fucking break. It is... really, really fucking... It's a lot of fun. And the fact that they actually take scenes from the Bela Lugosi Dracula and they put Nicolas Cage in there is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, no, it was really good. I love
an original story.
Yes.
Sorry. You gave me the look.
Did I?
That I cut you off.
No, I'm saying no.
Okay.
It was really good, and I think like the gore on it too. Like it's just like when Nicholas Holt's character is just basically like ripping people's faces off. Like I'm like, holy fuck! Like ripping arms off and shit.
Dude,
I'm like good lord!
Like
that's
scene,
over the top.
That motel scene,
right,
was fucking insane.
John Ralphio's in it too. Nicolas Cage, Alfina.
Oh my god,
it was a great movie. Glad I watched it.
When John Ralphio showed up, I was like, what is he fucking doing here? And that's how John Ralphio would be if he got turned into a vampire.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
That's absolutely.
And just like how sometimes it's written, where it was like, because it also deals with how, because Renfield is Dracula's familiar, so it also has trappings of he goes through like an abusive relationship, anonymous sort of thing. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what it is. Like Dracula's kind of fucking gaslighting Renfield here. Renfield just wants to live his life. You know what I mean? Which he's in an abusive relationship, you know what I mean? So it kind of plays into that as well. But like, there's one part where like Renfield's trying, like, getting, he wants to get his power, so he's like, he's talking to his the help group or whatever you want to call them, the support group, and he says something along the lines of like, if I don't give in to him, my boss, he says, if I don't give in to my boss, he won't reach full power. And the head of the support group is like, that's a weird way to say it, but yeah, sure, okay, like, I just love funny dialogue, stuff like that. Like, that is,
I'm
my dick.
I am mad at my own. I'm mad at myself for like falling asleep during that movie because it was a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun.
I've fallen asleep watching Dog Soldiers. It's fine.
You know what though? You hung in there for a good chunk of it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I did.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You really weren't into Dog Soldiers.
Which, yeah, it's fine.
And you had a long night, even though it breaks my little boy heart, because that is one of my favorite vampire werewolf movies.
I mean, you just have to get over it, Tom. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I won't.
Okay.
It's like how you don't like Lost Boys.
Other things I saw for the first time with The Nation as well, Late Night with the Devil and Scream. I like both those movies. I think they're both important in the horror, and Dog Soldiers, I guess. I think they're both important movies in
now you're just being patronizing.
No, I'm saying, but I did see it for the first time with The Nation. And you guys can get my reactions on those RudeBoyz Go to the Movies. Just download that from rudeboyz.podbean.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Late Night with the Devil was a breath of fresh air. Like, to the horror genre.
Right.
Like, I was like, wow, this movie is actually a lot of fucking fun.
Right.
And then there is another one, I'm drawing a blank on the title that I do want to watch. It's like, it's a POV of a serial killer stalking his victims in a violent nature. That's the name of the movie.
Okay.
May have to, just for shits and giggles, may have to just steal the Shudder account.
Shudder. Yeah, no, I want to see Werewolf Within, so let me know when you can steal that account.
And that's only on Shudder,
Not
right?
steal. Perfectly subscribed to.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Nothing illegal here, sir.
Nothing to say.
But me and my girlfriend, we rewatched Haunting of Bly Manor. I'll talk about this real fast. This is superb. Like, I think I liked it more than Hill House when I first saw everything. I think this is superb. Like, it is a great fucking tale. I don't want to repeat it. Check it out. 9 episodes. It's Mike Flanagan, Netflix, ensemble cast. It's great. Check it the fuck out. Yep,
Mike Flanagan is going to be doing a Carrie series on Amazon.
Okay, neat.
And then supposedly he's supposed to be doing Dark Tower.
Okay.
So, Stephen King.
Sure. No, I know. I'm aware of what Dark Tower is, but
yeah, which I'm actually listening to for the first time right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's different from his other shit.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
it's more
big time
fantasy.
Lore. You're all on a turtle shell or some shit, right? Like, it's
they
like
mentioned the turtle once.
I was totally fucking pulling that out of nowhere.
No, there are certain books of his that are like linchpins. Real quick, I did watch.
Maybe call them kingpins.
No, I did watch the new Salem's Lot.
Yeah, you talked about it last time.
Oh, I did. Okay, yeah, it was garbage.
Cool. You need structure, Tom.
Yeah, tell me.
You have to maybe write your shit down.
Fuck you.
Look at that. Let me write my shit down.
Well, aren't you a good little student? Let me copy your homework, but I won't make it look the same.
So, I'll talk about one more thing before we talk about something we got into. Obviously, we're watching magical Marvel stuff with Agatha all along. We're playing... What's that?
I want to see the remote because I'll mute Halloween Havoc.
Don't worry, I gotta pee anyway, so I'll pee and I'll set it up. We've been playing magical Marvel stuff with Midnight Suns.
Yes.
I read a little magical Marvel stuff.
Oh.
So in 2021, I think it was.
Was this you like wanting to get Doom shit?
No, this is Darkhold. This was a small run series. It's 2021, I'm sorry. It was only a few things. I think this came out around the same time as Multiverse of Madness, just to capitalize on the Darkhold craze, you know.
What are they gonna do now? Because
no, I know, yeah, now because COVID and the writer's strike and everything.
well,
fucked that
they've
up.
also mentioned the Darkhold again.
No, I know, yeah. But so the premise of this is that Doom finds the Darkhold, of course, he does.
Ooh.
And he's like, "Fuck this Catan guy! I'm gonna fight him." And
Like Doom does.
yeah, and Scarlet Witch, because she has history with Catan, she's like, "No, we need a team." So they assemble a team of 5 heroes, naturally. You know, the pillars of the Marvel Universe, you would call. You got your Spider-Mans, you got your Iron Mans, you got your Blades.
That's who's in there on the team.
You got your Wasps, and you got your Black Bolt. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird thing.
It's a weird team.
But the hook of this, is that it has a Darkhold Alpha and Darkhold Omega. It has like your beginning, your first and your last chapter, and in between, there's 5 issues of an Iron Man book, Blade, Spider-Man, Wasp, and Black Bolt, where shit goes south. Like, so what brought me to this was that the Spider-Man story is that Spider-Man's a guy that wants to he needs to be a fixer, right? He needs to be there for everybody, you know what I mean?
I know that feeling.
Because the Darkhold is a book that makes you insane, these characters read a part of the Darkhold, and they part of their lives or something, because it's not like a current thing, it's like a almost like a flashback or an origin story for this version. Something goes bad. So basically, Spider-Man's Darkhold book is the city is falling apart. So he's going around webbing things like a crazy spider would. You know, like he's like constantly fighting Dr. Octopus because it's like everything's in a loop, and he's just trying to, you know, he's a man who's like, it's that meme of that guy holding like too many watermelons. He's like, oh, like he can't juggle everything. Like he's trying to juggle too much. And then, you know, he just goes nuts. I don't want to spoil too much about it, Tommy, but like I'll show you real quick just the art of what they call the Darkhold Defiled, which is obviously like an evil take on Iron Man, Blade, Wasp, Spider-Man, and Black Bolt.
Yeah, go back. Yep.
Yep. I got you. Obviously, the Wasp one deals with her abusive relationship with Hank.
Oh, I thought you were going to say her becoming a bug.
No. Iron Man's story.
No!
Iron Man's story is... Oh, God. Yeah, no, that was bad. I'm remembering that now. Iron Man's story is basically... It takes the premise of that, like, oh, his suit helps keep him alive. Why don't we just stay in the suit?
Yeah.
And that kind of, like, twists him up a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of Twilight Zone-y.
Right.
Which is cool. And then, like, the whole story is obviously spooky stuff, so... I don't want to spoil it if you do want to... It's a quick read. And great art. I thought the art...
you and I have very
almighty.
difference on art.
Well, I think the Darkhold story itself...
you think Chris Botchalo is good.
I dig me some Chris Botchalo.
Yeah.
Cian Tormey, I believe it is, or Kyan Tormey, I don't know. He does good stuff. Like, I think, like, just how, you know, kind of very Bagley-esque, you know, like, good line work, nice, you know, like, that's fucking cool. Like, that's the twisted versions of the heroes. You know what I mean? But, like, Doom looks great. What I'm doing Magic looks great. You know, as you saying, Catan is great. Like, it's good. Nice read. Wanted to read something. I still got that Daredevil Omni, that Venom Omni. It's still spooky season, so I can definitely get to that.
Devil's year-round.
Yeah, well, Devil. Scary.
You're an idiot.
So...
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, spooky Marvel stuff to read, spooky Marvel stuff to watch.
Spooky Marvel stuff to play.
Yes, which is our RudeBoyz Game Club of the year of the thing. But first, here comes a new challenger. we both been playing something that is now our unofficial RudeBoyz game club.
Yeah.
Vampire Survivor.
Yeah.
Like, you got hooked into Vampire Survivor.
You fucking did this.
I thought it was something you would like.
And I do.
And it's going to have Castlevania DLC for Halloween, which I will definitely be doing a one-shot for.
Right.
And right now, if you have Switch Online, it's a free trial, but it's like $5 the game.
I ended up buying that and 2 of the DLCs.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm definitely going to do it. It's on Game Pass also. Like, the game is accessible. It's out there.
It's fun.
It's really fun.
It's like... It's very... And we were saying this off air that... Yeah. Off air that it is very Hades like. It's like, all right, hold on, yeah. Let me just get this round.
It's your one more game. It's your one more round,
which I have not had once like that since Hades.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Those are always good. Even like Midnight Suns, like is that to me. Like I like if I can fall into the loop, I'm good. A game like Astro Bot, if I wasn't streaming it, it would be like I'm gonna play a few levels, and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like. That's just how I consume. Wow, they're already doing that thing. That's kind of how I consume video games.
Right,
you know what I mean? Like, it needs to have a good loop, and Vampire Survivors has a good loop. For those who don't know what that game is, okay. So the guy that made the game used to work in the casino business doing the animations.
Okay.
So he knows how to shake the keys like, ooh, look at this, shiny. That
actually makes sense.
A lot of sense, right?
When because it's like the treasure chests.
Yes.
And, okay.
It's a game where you're surviving through these locales, a forest, a library, a dairy factory.
Yeah, I can't wait to milk cows.
Sure. They and you're constantly you're very under leveled when you first start. You beat a couple bad guys, you get experience, and then you get new upgrades, and then it keeps going and it scratches that like serotonin itch of games like that. But I'm really glad you're enjoying it because I feel like I feel like you would have liked it, and thank God you do. It also could be a game you're like, nah, I don't know,
right?
You know what I mean? And even like we were talking about it, you're like. This is a game that, when I played it on Game Pass for the first time, I enjoyed it, and then I felt like I'm hitting a wall. Like, I'm not progressing anymore. And it's okay to look shit up. You know what I mean? Like, the game doesn't do a great job of telling you, like, you could be like, to get to this next level, you gotta do this. But, like, what are you doing in these levels? Like, the game doesn't really tell you that.
That one character we tried to unlock... Like, it actually told us, like, it's in the Mad Forest.
You're right. You do gotta, you gotta do a little legwork into doing it. The game doesn't, hand the shit to you.
Right. It's cryptic. Which is okay.
Yeah, I definitely, I think that's a good description word for that.
Yeah. I'm enjoying the shit out of it. I've just been unlocking so many characters.
Yes.
Fuck you, WrestleMania. $20,000.
So what is your go-to when you see this item? You're like, I'm getting that item.
Garlic.
Yeah, garlic. I think garlic is like a good one for beginners, but also like I like garlic. I'll just fucking just go. I think I wrap my head around it. Like I just become a wrecking ball of
absolutely.
Power.
Like I said though, I get a little too cocky with it.
Yes. No, 100%.
Where I'm like, no one can touch me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, here I am. Oh, fuck me. I died. Cool. Like,
no, yeah, 100%.
Very cool game. I love the basicness of it.
Oh yeah. No, but it does have like, there's it's like one of those easy to learn, tough to master sort
Absolutely.
of thing.
Yeah. And like I said, I've gotten to the point where like I've almost beaten the first board.
Right.
But I died at 18 minutes and 50 seconds.
Right.
Like, and I'm like, fuck me. Yeah. Like, I had 1 minute and 10 seconds left.
But, I mean, that's not even you can do that, too. Or you can go in and just get gold. Or you can go in and try to unlock shit. Or you can go in and try to, get those achievements or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, the game is good for that. You know what I mean? Like... But, this is... I'm glad you're into it.
I am.
And the first time I played this game, I feel like I'm definitely going to stick with it longer, especially now that there's going to be Castlevania tie-in stuff to it.
So my brother... my brother has this on his Steam Deck. He has it...
It's everywhere.
He has it on I think his iPad.
Yeah, it's on iOS.
And I'm like, I tried when this game first came out. I did try playing it on my phone.
It's tough. Yeah, I could definitely.
And that's why I was just like, I could not give a fuck about this game.
Right.
And then I'm playing it like with the
actual controllers.
The Nintendo Switch Pro controller or the Switch itself, and I'm like, holy shit! Okay, this is
now I get it.
Now I get it.
Right.
Like now I got the hook.
No, that's great, man, and I'm happy for that, man. Because
definitely a very cool game, and
yeah.
You know, it does have that basic like Castlevania aesthetics to it, which I love. Yeah. So,
vampire in the title, man.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Yep.
Spooky and kooky.
We'll probably stick with it for.
I think so. Yeah. No, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we buried the lead. Marvel's Midnight Suns. Was our official RudeBoyz game club.
Yes.
Where are you at in it? Because
I just got Spider-Man. He just revealed
Spider-Man's in the game.
He just revealed his secret identity.
Okay,
if anyone doesn't know that, it's Peter Parker.
Scott the Woz, because that's who he looks like.
He
looks like a dork.
I just think it's fucking hysterical, which is fine. That's how Peter Parker's supposed to.
100%. Yeah, you shouldn't be like a handsome boy.
I think it's funny that we have
look like a guy.
More DLC for this game than we do Spider-Man 2.
That's not okay. You talked about this.
I know. Shut up.
All right.
It pisses me off.
No, so yes, the DLC. So the season pass of the DLC, you get 4 new characters and 4 side stories.
You went fucking hog wild.
Yeah, because I was like, I looked at it and it was like, people are like, if you like the game, get the DLC.
Yeah.
Because then the DLC immediately integrates with the character. With the thing. So
again, I don't know if it's something that I'll end up sticking with fully.
Okay. I think you should. If you're not having, listen,
I will.
If you're not having a fun time playing the game, I totally understand that. But I think
there's just so much dialogue.
Oh no, 100%. That's why I think I'm going to now just go into story stuff. Because the story stuff is really good.
I'm like, just shut the fuck up. Let me play.
Yeah. I mean, you're pressing circle through a lot, right? Just skip.
No.
Like I don't need to hear the caretaker say her whole paragraph of stuff when I can just be like, all right.
Yeah.
Read it. I'm done. Moving on.
But I like Ileana's accent.
Sure. Then you can not skip her stuff. How about that?
You know. Caretaker I give 2 shits about. But I sit there and it's just fucking like it's just like for every long battle I do, there's twice as much dialogue.
Skip. Read, skip, read, skip. That's how I do it, dude.
I would definitely have changed this game. Like, I would have had I would have made this more like I think I said to you off air, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 4 with that play style.
No, the card mechanics is odd, and I'm sure it turns off a lot of people, but it's fine. You know what I mean? That's I think the weakest part of this game.
For me.
You know, in a game that also has like a day-night cycle and relationship stuff and open area hub world that you can collect shit and, you know, crafting and this and that. Like, I think the actual card-based mechanics are kind of like, Like, I know you're XCOM. I know you want to do a tactical strategy stuff. And I guess this is the most open thing to do. But it's like, yeah. But upgrading the cards and doing this shit, you know, don't get me wrong. Like, I've done enough side missions and shit in the Abbey where I feel like the regular missions are like cake because I've done enough upgrading. But that's me, you know. But I don't think the story. I think the story is cool. Mm-hmm. Like I said, Captain America's in the game. Spoiler alert.
It's not on the cover or anything.
The mission that I don't think Cap's on the cover. But the mission that you get him in is super cool. Excuse me. So yeah, I think if you're truly not having fun with it, then you don't play it. And then maybe just watch the cutscenes or something like that, because that's cool. Because when you Wolverine's on the cover, when you get him or when you interact with him, really cool stuff.
No,
I think this is a good Marvel game because of that stuff. Like up there with Guardians of the Galaxy, up there with
I'm very
Maybe
cool.
Ultimate Alliance 3.
I'm very cool on Guardians.
The game, yeah, you didn't like the game, huh?
No,
That's surprising.
I didn't.
I thought it was really good. It was very
Guardians
glitchy.
of the Galaxy.
Well, you've always said that.
I always will.
Yeah. But yeah, and the DLC, I personally think is worth it. Because you get more characters like Deadpool, Morbius, Storm, and Venom. Eventually.
I'm in
No.
this game.
Yes, you are. It's Morbin time, baby.
Ah, yes, I love playing with you, Chris.
We're gonna leave it at that, I think. But that'll do the Rudetober recap.
Oh wait.
Yeah, that's our Rudetober recap for Rudetober 2024. We'll be back in Tomvember. We might be wiser or dumber for viewing
Definitely dumber.
Venom: The Last Dance.
Nah, we already decided we're gonna wait till streaming.
Well, but we're gonna do our rank up. Right? We gotta do the rank up for the Marvel trilogies. We are going to be ranking up Marvel trilogy. Oh, we're going to talk off air. That was the plan. Structure is falling apart.
Look,
Nation,
guy, you weren't into it. I could go see it on my own.
No, I'm just saying.
No!
I'm just saying. I'll watch Venom 3 with you.
Okay.
All right, and then we're going to do a RudeBoyz rank up for Marvel trilogies.
Okay.
So how about this, Nation? What's your guys' favorite Marvel trilogy? Right?
I will.
I don't mean to step on your toes.
No,
but I think that's a good.
I'll put it up in the Discord as well. Absolutely.
Yeah, and then we will be streaming our rank up like we usually do. Twitch.tv/RudeBoyz469. You can follow our Instagram, Instagram.com/RudeBoyz469. And join our Discord, bit.ly/RudeBoyzDiscord. And you can follow us, find that out, and when we stream our RudeBoyz rank up, you can be part of it. And we love that, and we love you. And thank you for joining us on the RudeBoyz Power Hour Plus Rudetober Recap Edition.
This has been a presentation of the RudeBoyz Podcast Network.
Oops.